I've got to hit live or stream. Okay, YouTube is live now. What up? What up? Welcome, welcome. We are hopefully going to finish Act 7 today and potentially go through Act 8. If latency, of course. Are we dead yet? No, we're in Act 6. We're in Act 7. Yeah, 7. Going through. So long as our latency is good, we're going to keep pushing. The goal today is to hit Act 8 or 9. I think it's very achievable. So we're just gonna do that. Excited to see what you have. Every time I am here, you have a new build. Oh no, this is Gauntlet. I do have a new. It's today last day. For me, my goal is to finish the campaign in Gauntlets. Once I'm done with the campaign, I might dabble around in maps, but I don't think I'm gonna try to complete Void Stones or anything along those lines. I just do as much as I can and, you know, call it a day. I do have a build idea I want for softcore. I've already come up with my next build idea, so that is gonna be fun. Should we do Dread tickets? We could actually. Shouldn't be anything too difficult. We're very over leveled for here. A new Chains of Command build, dude. This connection, I don't know if it's connection or just server desync, but no, not new Chains of Command. The idea is actually going to be an auto bomber. I have no idea how good it would end up being, but I do plan on making an auto bomber. The idea is basically dark marionettes, but because of the nerf to dark marionettes, where during affliction they would respawn every second, so like they would pop, then they'd respawn, and that's what made them really good, really high damage, everything. Right now, the way it works is the nerf is that respawn time has been increased to what the fuck is cursing us? Is it? Oh. Something was applying corrupted blood. What the fuck is this? Anyways, the idea, since the nerf is that their respawn timer has gone from 1 second to 4 seconds, which is absolutely insane and unethical. So basically, if you are relying on just them to pop, you would have to wait 4 whole seconds to get, you know, more to pop. So what we have done instead, or what the idea is we have 2 choices here, and I'm leaning towards the second. But the first one is to just, you know, send it with Wraith Lord, have 9 of them popping at all times, and just stagger them. Now this is an obvious option, like it's fine. It leaves, how do I put it? Survivor. I hit level 60. Cool. It's a decent option. I'm not sure how big of a fan I am of it, because it basically means most of the time I have no minions around me, and I just don't like the idea of that one in particular. Anyways, the second idea is to go Elementalist. I would go Elementalist. Oh no, not Elementalist, rather. I would go Necromancer, get the Elementalist Flesh and Flame for resummoning golems, and pair my Spectres with golems. This allows me to still use other minions like golems, and I just use Stone Golem of Hordes to explode, basically. And then, of course, because we're elemental, because we'll be getting this one with Flesh and Flames, we still have auto summoning. We would still have auto summoning golems, so we're still able to keep it going that way. 0 to 4, yes, it's so like it is the current state of. Let's hope there's nothing new in this area, but the current state of the explodey guys is not the best. No. No. They freaking did this shit? We just need to focus on... Are they not tauntable? Just keep it going. We're good. We're chilling. Okay, cool. I can't believe they added this the elder shit into this fight.
The Forbidden Book spoke of you. Go back to the nothingness from whence you came.
I think I'll use this one. Okay. So what we're saying. Sentinel, Guardian, Explodey AG zombies probably even need more to have sustained damage. Yeah, we could also... There's the option of going Templar to have the Sentinel of Radiance. There is that option because he does scale well with minion life. But to scale him, he is quite different. So the main idea behind this sustained damage for this, can you show me what the Ascendancy does? Sure. The Ascendancy increases golem buff effect. So any golems we use are basically just going to have increased buff effects to us. So like our Chaos Golem will go from having 4% PDR to 8% PDR. As an example. Stone Golem would, you know, also increase the regen we're getting from him, yada yada yada. Anyways, but this one, the important part of this one is the second line, which is summon golems are resummoned 4 seconds after being killed. This means if we have golems as well as the specters, they would both resummon on a 4-second cooldown, and of course we can have like up to 5-ish, maybe 6. I don't think I'm going to push for 6, but like 5-ish golems, of which we can use like 4 for DPS and just have 1 utility golem for its effect. And that is kind of the idea that I'm going for. So I'd have this on a Necromancer and just go roll with that. That is the current idea. So far, with the preliminary POB, keep in mind this is a POB I haven't done, like I haven't really tweaked too much, like I haven't gone too deep into. The Spectres do about 66% more damage per hit to the Golem. You know, it's not quite double, but it's, you know, it's a decent difference. And then the idea also is if I pair them up with ignites, then I can actually stutter their explosions even more to where they pop. It creates an ignite, a very strong ignite. That ignite spreads across a pack, and the pack dies from the ignite. Now for the single target, the popping from them would then be the majority of that damage, even though we are also going to be igniting there. But the idea is we're going to have like 3-4 different sources of damage. It's going to be the hits when they explode. It's going to be the ignites that they cause. It's going to be the burning ground they leave. And what else? I think that's it. Those 3 different damage sources. Yeah, I think that's it. until the part of summons the specter. How would that work if I manually have zombies and skeletons in a link? One does not activate the other. What do you mean? Makes sense until the parts of the summons the specter. Do you mean like how am I auto-bombing the specters? Or what do you mean? What are you asking? But yeah, this is not a min-max POB. There's still a lot I need to remove / add. There are points I need to mess around with. Alright. But yeah. Aramir.
Sir, fare you well.
Give me that +1 all res. Okay. How did this zone already reset? Like how? I mean, to be fair, it's not like I cleared the entire zone or anything, so I'm not I'm not pressed about it or anything. But this is my what? Third time clearing this zone? I'm just going to give... Oh shit. Okay, or cock him. Why do you have Link on your zombies that doesn't die? Mine. Oh, you mean in Gauntlets? What do I have linked to my zombies? Oh, it's nothing special, but I am using a different kind of tech to make sure my zombies don't die. But the main thing here, I'm not even using Minion life. The main thing here is they are constantly regenerating life. So I have a mastery for minion defenses that says minions recover 5% of life on minion death. It doesn't matter which minion dies, so long as a minion dies, they will heal that amount of life. Now, we are using SRS. And SRS, as you may imagine, they are constantly dying. Not only are they constantly dying, when you replace them, it counts as them dying. So by always having like 20, raging spirits that could die at any moment, constantly dying, your zombies end up just regenerating 5% of their life every X amount of time. They're always regenerating that life. That and just levels to zombies so they have a decent max life. Ideally, I would actually have a blue socket here so I can link it to minion life. But I mean, so far they're chilling. That as well as regen. I have some regen on the tree, like 2% life regen. Yeah, that's this mastery right here. I have it here. Minions recover 5% of life on minion death. But yeah, Heliax, that is the next build idea. What is that cold projectile just shooting at? When did they start shooting freaking cold projectiles? Do keep in mind that the regen is not always enough, and we fights like what's it called? We fights like, what's this, piety, with the corrupted blood beam, and I don't know if certain other fights in the gauntlet that include corrupted blood beams that would be rotating. They are probably not gonna live that regardless of what you do. Best you can do is just resummon them after the fight, because they're gonna die. Corrupted blood is very nasty unless you invest into like heavy amounts of minion PDR, and it's not possible to invest into those levels of minion PDR. Not yet, at least with the tree or anything. So long as it's not code explode on death with the roars, I am fine with code. Lol. What do you mean code explode on death roars? Is this a thing? I have never heard of this. Jeez, what the fuck was that hit? My goodness. Ow. If you're doing our Calcom, be very careful of the... You see that blast, that wave that seemingly does nothing? It does nothing except makes it very easy for you to die to Fizz. And this is especially scary in the second half of the campaign when there's Fizz as extra chaos and you're not capped on chaos res. Just keep that in mind. When you see that big circular screech, you'd see a stacking debuff here. That thing increases your physical damage taken. And you know, physical damage is already a problem before the debuff. So is there a universe where I still haven't found... Okay, there we go. So I'm like, why have I still not found the exits? The guys on Act 8, I think you can go to the bathhouse on Yugo Pantheon. Those roars code explode on... Oh, those guys that have the circle things. Oh, you mean just roars, roar explosions, but those roars in particular convert phase to cold? Is that what you're saying? Because I wasn't even aware they did cold damage. I've always thought it was physical, like in the bathhouse. If it's cold, it's actually more manageable. Physical is harder to deal with. At least in that stage of the campaign, it's much harder to deal with physical than cold. Cold, you can be capped on cold res and just have life. But in any case, the best way to deal with roars is just having some form of avoidance. Where are you running to? Oh fuck. I just remembered. Bruh, switch. I'm like, it is so weird that red didn't drop anything. Then I'm like, wait, what is my loot filter again? Doesn't look at res until I campaign is finished. Oh yeah, I think you said so. Nah, I always look at res. I always try to cap my res, but even if I'm not capped, well, if I'm not capped, that's fine. But I try to cap as much as I can.
Approach, challenger.
No fucking way am I touching anything ultimatum related, okay? Is there a reason I'm like trying to go up and it's taking me left? By the way, Heliac, did you try the Gauntlet? Or not interested? Because there is a free mystery box for anybody who gets through the campaign. you know, go do it. Plus, I find it's. Ooh, can you finish burning, please? Thank you. So far, it's been fun. I mean, any part except the dying part. You know, that part isn't is not ideal. Yeah. Why on earth is this here? I don't know why that is there. Did you put it on low? Steel skin, decoy, shield charge, vitality. Next league start, I will try to make some audio records of them calling me out so often. I mean, at some points, they probably just accepted it like, yeah, you know, he has negative res. It is what it is. Like, we'll be fine. My dude, why do you hurt so much? You know, I'm actually very tanky. Like, I'm actually very, very tanky. I just need more life. Well, I also need more block chance, so there's that as well. I didn't like the look the explosions were giving me. I wasn't about to die for free. Also, can I just say that where on earth is this thing? Maybe I'm going the wrong way. I think I am going the wrong way. Oh yeah, I was supposed to go back after beating that dude to get the bismuth thing. Oh shit. These guys have insane AoE though. What the hell? Jesus Christ, man.
When I'm ready and not before.
These guys hurt.
More mana.
And one of them has life regen. So I'm just gonna take this route. Tell him deuces, goodbye. Never see him again. Where is the thing? You know what? Maybe it's in this general direction. Like maybe I just haven't gone up enough. Where is it gonna pull me to now? Okay. No. I don't think there's a universe where this is the right direction. I think here into here might be the right direction. Let's see. Let's hope. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. You forgot the 100% in AoE. I mean, you're right. I know it's there, but I always forget, like, increased AoE is a thing, right? So now I'm just dreading the absolute thought of doing... I'm dreading the thought of doing Act 9. I think it's Act 9. Where you have to face Dodre again. Because she was the last person who almost killed me. Like, took me very low with her mortars in Act 4. So having to face her again in Sarn, not looking forward to that. but also having to face her, the combination, the abomination in acts. Yeah, Belly of the Beast is Act 9, I think, right? Belly of the Beast, I think, is Act 9, where you kill those 3, then you go back to Oriath. Yeah, so it's Act 9. So yeah, having to face that with a giant chaos ball, I think that's chaos. It could be lightning, but I think it's chaos. But yeah, that's with increased AoE. Yikes.
Too much clatter.
Okay, let's identify stuff because I need...
My help.
I need alterations, so I'm going to just identify everything and sell.
Be well.
This is Whalem, right? Yeah, Whalem, get this out of my inventory, please. Ooh.
About dying. Trust old Whalem. Don't.
This is 24% chance to block, so this isn't going to do much. Well, it is. It's going to give me like 4% block chance. But I'd rather just go for more of this right now. If I had to refund this... Okay. I do need the dexterity. And I almost have enough. Like, I almost have enough strength. I think this one strength node, or maybe not that one strength node. Haven't touched Gauntlet yet. Decided to cut down on gaming time to take more time on a healthy approach to life. Not a bad idea. What on earth is slowing me? Who is causing this? Okay, you're dead. Jeez. Like temporal chains, vulnerability, and then I think that was despair or something. Or there was one more. I don't remember what it was. Been on a walker playing MC lately. MC? What's MC? One of the healthy people. Stay toxic. Now we can finally get more life. Oh, Minecraft. Here's a fun fact about me that y'all may not know, or may know, I don't know. I have never once played Minecraft. It's one of those games, like, I have nothing against it, and there's a universe where I can see myself playing it because it is my kind of game, but I just never... Oh, y'all wanted to start doing big explosions again? I think I just try to get to the top left. How much golem buff effect do I have? I think before I face Dodre in the sewers, I'm going to actually try to get my ascendancy.
Approach, challenger.
How about no, Izaro? How about you just shut the fuck up and you let me through? Huh? Oh, that's not. No, I said that's not his Zara. That's Trial Master. Oh fuck! What the hell is that? What the fuck? I don't even know what caused it. Oh. Woo. World of Warcraft was seriously messing with my mental. Gotta take a healthy break and rethink about my game decision. Is the new WoW update that bad? Because I know people who have been playing a lot of WoW lately, and I was under the impression that it was a decent update. Almost yo, I got terrified. Like this, there is no way my run ends there. No way. You know what the problem was? It's that thing, whatever it was, applied Wither to me. And then I think I started taking a whole bunch of physical damage. So, we're going to do something different. We're going to actually just send my minions way ahead of me. Like, way ahead of me here. Like I have to just assume that like it was between the Wither and the chaos damage I was taking, and of course physical damage being converted to like taking as extra chaos. Like all of those different sources just they all just joined forces into being this terrifying set of blows that I'm just like no, and almost ended my run. This is why I need more life. I need more life so I can have more time to react to shit like that. All right? Oh. Toxic people on WoW doing Mystic Dungeon. WoW has been dog shit lately. Recycling content all the way through. Basically no support on issues. Mechanics suck ass and are overused. And I have no clue how many titans we fought at this point in the story. But we'll probably be sued for mass murder or something. Because Blizzard is going to have to be creative. Or hear me out. More damage to one-shot everything. See, you make a compelling case, but here's the thing. More damage doesn't save me from the true one-shots. So if I do something that will save me from the true one-shots, see now that Loki, I have no idea what they have in store for me with the spider, like the Arakali here. Like I'm heading to Arakali, but I have zero idea what we have in store. I would personally love to have more Chaos Res. I would love to have more Chaos Res, but Chaos Res has proven difficult to get. Oh, this is an amazing shield. It has so much res, so much life. 25% chance to block and giving this much armor. This is just nothing but positive. I'm gonna use you. I of course need red and green, but we can make that work. Choose multiple chaos balls. Rest is the same. Didn't she always have that? I don't know what you guys are, but I mean, didn't she always shoot chaos balls, ones that she calls from behind you, right? Or is this like a different? Is this like a different chaos projectile she's shooting? Nice, we have an onboard regret. She always dies so far, no more campaign. Yo, don't I know it? I have no idea what to expect. But I guess we'll find out soon, eh? Very soon. Very, very soon. Hopefully I can sneak in a level or two before I have to find out. Hopefully. I doubt it. But hopefully. If we can hit level 62, get a bit more life, I can be a bit more confident. Speaking of confidence, I also kind of wish there was a chaos damage node I could instantly have. So like I already have some chaos damage from the tree, but I would say probably not nearly enough. I didn't click the tree. This is the second time this tree is bugging out on me. I'm like, when I was attacking, I'm like, did this just bug out on me again? Did it really? Apparently it did. Yeah. Are they exploding?
When I'm ready, and not before.
I didn't want to just come here without my totem, because I see a recipe, and typically where there's a recipe, there's trouble, and I don't want trouble. You know? But once I'm done with the current node, that is the, what is my current node? Once I'm done with my current life wheel, I plan to get more minion damage, at least accuracy, because I think my minions do need accuracy at this point. I don't know how much accuracy they need, but I assume it's not enough to keep, like it hits most of the time, but I'm pretty sure it's less than 100%. You know, this zone is keeping me on edge. Jesus Christ. Wait a second. Is this where I came from? This is right. I just went in a square. Okay. I mean, the way forward is probably this one. Oh, I was about to say, did I just... So I'll go this way instead. pick these up. Thank you very much. No. Stay the fuck away from me, okay? I saw execution and I was like, hell fucking no. Hell to the no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. But this is the last floor before Arakali. So if I don't level up in this floor, we're gonna go. This is exactly how we're gonna be during the fights. I don't know where the totem is, I'll be honest. I wasn't seeing its taunts. Oh. To be quite honest, I don't even dislike WoW, but I wish for it to slowly die so a new MMO with better qualities can be reborn. I don't disagree with wanting a better MMO to come out. I don't think it has to die for that to happen either. What is this? Realm Shaper, Fire, Cold Gems. Level 5 code to fire. Okay. Can I do this? Okay, beautiful. It has just as much lightning res and cold res as I'm losing, and it has way more of everything else. So only thing it is missing, and now we can put determination in there. Determination being in there means, oh, nah.
Greetings.
It means a few things. It means A, we can now rely on our zombies slightly more for DPS. Tempest Shield. Wait, I have to put Tempest Shield. No. Not Tempest Shield. Vitality. Yeah. Anyways, it means I can put a like melee phase in there. Or I can try to make this 3 blue and make that work. Ideally, that's what's gonna happen. I could even... Nah, I can't. I was gonna say I could even move 2 of these blues here. And then move Ray Zombie and Golem here. And then they can still have Feeding Frenzy and, you know, an Aura. That way, I mean, it's still gonna be a red gem that's free, so... I don't really need red gems like that. What I want to do, though, is I'll just get melee phase again. You throw that in there, so now my zombies and golem do more damage. And we're also tankier because of the shield. considerably more tanky to Fizz. And now Chaos is like the only thing I'm really worried about. 43%. Could be better. Is there any other sources of like Chaos Res I can get? I know like this is a source, but like it's also very far away. And I don't like the idea of going that far. I'll pre-summon, cast all the desecrates I need. Oh, it has chaos balls, like volatile cores. Why does it feel like my minions are not hitting anything? Okay, we're actually making progress then. No, 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 no. I don't know what these are, but like... Why am I slow? Whew. So what on earth was... I mean, I was webbed. So what was webbing me? Because our Akali doesn't typically web. So is it like the thing she threw on the ground? I don't know. But what the fight itself, aside having like different patterns for the, you know, the straight lines, I don't think, and then the volatile cores, of course. Other than those two, it wasn't like significantly different from base Akali fights. So there's that, which is good. Once we get into Sarn, we are gonna try to do... You know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do a long time ago, which is I'm actually going to click on the bismuth and then just dip, open a new zone. Because the idea as to why you click bismuth and then just get the fuck, like you just disappear, is because monsters actually gain modifiers when you click on that. They're tougher, they're more dangerous. You don't want to fuck with that. So, you know, to save your neck. But yeah. Akali wasn't bad. We are very, 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 very like over leveled, so there's also that. But what caused bleeding? Once I get a divine flask, I guess you guys cause bleeding is my assumption at this point. Once I get a divine flask, that is all I need for... Then I'm gonna roll for like anti-bleed on my main life flask. See what I mean? Physical damage becomes very dicey. And it doesn't look like they get... Oh shit, that's how big your AoE is? Okay, I think we're actually done messing around with the league mechanic during the campaign. Other than Bismuth that we can just click and dip, we're not gonna touch league mechanic most likely. And of course, we don't even dream about Verisium, but I also don't think we're gonna run into Verisium during the campaign. So there's at least that. We are going to mess with Petrified Amber because that is not likely to kill us, and Petrified Amber is very useful to send to places like Pondium and places like Pondium for jewelry. You know, Petrified Amber is simply the jewelry resource. So to Ribbenfell would get you... Ribbenfell gets you... Let me see if I remember Ribbenfell. Rings. To Nakanu gets you belts. To Pondium would get you jewelry, like amulets. I don't know about the other two places, like, you know, I don't know what it does to Kalgur. Like, it's on the wiki, so I'll probably just look there, but Kalgur and to the southwestern Karuri Island. I'm not sure what it's called anymore. You know, maybe I want to leave Izaru for slightly later. Like, I feel like I'm leveled enough. Like, his zone is like 50 something and I'm level 62. So the question is, who scares me more? Sewers, Dodre, or Izaru? Who actually scares me more? They are both freaking scary. We'll start there. But if I had to say who absolutely terrifies me, both of them can shotgun you very quick. But if you have more DPS... Now 2600 life now, which is beautiful. Okay, so with Izaru, let me think about what the benefits are. With Izaru, I'm just going to get very strong. Once I beat Izaru, I'm going to have this guy right here. This means my golems will always be up, first and foremost. It means I have more PDR coming from my Chaos Golem. I currently have 80%, so that is about 7% PDR coming from this. With this, I'm going to get 4 extra PDR, so that takes it all the way to 11% PDR, which puts me in a very good spot against physical damage, on top of having determination, of course. My regen, this says 60 life regen per second, right? That means 80% of that is... what is 80% of that? 48%, 48 life regen. So I'm getting 48 bonus life regen, and this adds another 60 to that 48. Yeah, basically. So 108 plus 60 is 168. So then I'd be regening 168 from my stone golem. Math, right? And then I'd be able to fit in a third golem, and I have a couple choices for that one. Choice number one would be summon stone golem of safeguard, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards, which means I would have to go back to Act 3 Izaru to spam lab to get that guy. But then once I have that guy, I'm going to have 180% buff effect. So that is going to put me at almost 45% melee damage taken from that golem's life before me. Melee damage specifically. So it puts me in a very, very good spot defensively against melee attacks. Or against melee hits, I guess. Or I could go Carrion Golem and have more damage. I'm honestly leaning towards Carrion Golem. I think I want Carrion Golem. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably play with both of them. But let's just go unlock all the lab areas first. Where are the lab areas? So we'll start from here. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do this quest. Let's do this quest. We're missing a free skill point, which should give us even more life. It's written in a TXT file. If that would be gone, they would easily put out good MMOs in a proper engine and all that shit. Wow, it's written in a text file. Are you joking, or is it really? No way, right? Because like classic WoW, you can say maybe classic WoW, maybe if that's how they originally, but I doubt it. Like, I don't think there's any proper game that is not written with a decent game engine. I don't know what game engine, but that just seems like more work than it's worth to not use a game engine, you know. They kept the original files on code, they didn't change it into something new. I'll keep you. I need to keep my eye out for essences of envy. Envy can easily get me chaos res on my gear, but envy is not easy to run into. So I just need to tell myself that I'm keeping an eye out for that one, so I make sure to keep an eye out for it. They created a whole game around the spaghetti they created in 2006. Even like they created the, I want to say remake, but not necessarily a remake, but you know, new. Let's just say call it modern WoW. They created modern WoW off of the original code from, you know, classic WoW. I would think, unless it was, I guess maybe it's just an expansion. They just kept expanding on it, so they never really changed the entire code, which would make sense. Okay. Is there a reason that shit hurts? The good thing is, like, my regen completely counters the degen from this. What, tell me why I thought my SRS for like 2 seconds were corrupted blood on my minions. As you said, it just expanded. Now we're at the issue where Blizz can't fix basic issues because that would break some spaghetti. Yeah. Maybe it's time they worked on a sequel. You know. Actually just start from, oh, Chaos Res. Like actually just start from scratch and go forward. But I doubt it. Like that is so much work. So is there anything here I'm gonna keep? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it's anything that remotely interests me.
Son.
Give me this back. Maybe not you. I'll keep you. Maybe I should have this be crafting bases. So anything I think I can craft on, I would just keep it in there. So like all the normal items that are just 4-socketed, I will leave in there. In my crafting bases tab. Okay. New code is not equal to profit is not equal to happy shield. I mean, we know what Blizzard cares about. We do. We can ignore the signs all we want, but we know deep down, not even deep down, like right there, we do. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm silver capped on everything. Cool. All right, let's get the skill points. Then once we have the skill point, we can then focus on.
Clearly.
Yeah, I guess it's Starkly.
Another.
There we go. Take you. Then let's start doing our labs. Lab equals. Where's the prison? Yeah, yeah. There's a lab here. Now is not the time to lag. Please do not lag me. Okay, we see the end of the lab. We now just need to make sure we see the start of the lab. You're summoning way too many minions, my G's. Can you stop, please? I guess I'm going the wrong way. It's probably this way then. Okay, we found it. So we just go this way. Thank you very much. Double resistances. Beautiful.
Belief is the strongest metal of them all.
That's why I want it to die, to be honest. Blizzard won't rework it otherwise, and some of their game ideas are still so old-fashioned. Will need a complete overhaul. Game ideas like what though? Southern Forest. No. Chamber of Sins has an ascendancy in level 2. Yeah, level 2 has. I surely want to see you try Kitava, but it's Kitava might be, I mean, we're currently in Act 8, right? So tomorrow, next tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Because if we can finish Act 8 today, then that'd be nice. But the past few streams, my internet has just been kind of iffy towards the end. So like, if it lets me, then, you know, I will probably try to get through Act 8, but you never know if it's gonna let you, really.
There is a fine line between consideration and hesitation. The former is wisdom,
Also, I might as well just do this.
is fear.
Might as well. Then that is number 2. I think there's a number 3 for the. I think there's a number 3. So we just did you. Then Ashen Fields, Northern Forest, Causeway, Val City. None of you. Is that all? Is that all? There's something else. The crypts, Act 7, the crypts. Oh, yeah, the crypts. Floor 1 has trial. Completely forgot about the crypt. My goal is just to find it. Surely I find it. There we go. No. Can I just say I hate this lightning totem mod a lot? It is one of the worst feeling modifiers that exists in the game.
Much clutter.
It is genuinely just very, very annoying to deal with. No.
Shine
Pick
boldly,
this up.
so that all may find you when the night
Okay.
falls.
John Grown died? Do we have a clip? Let me see. I mean the easy way to find that is to go to his channel. I'm assuming he just died. Yeah, he's live.
It's fucking crazy. Wait. Well, I guess because I'm doing first phase, right? So then he's doing... Okay. It would have cleansed then afterwards, right? On third phase?
Is he just watching the fight? I like how his title is A Good Day to Die. Some would say he, you know, he jinxed it. Am I some? Maybe. Yes, maybe. Wait a second. Let me just be sure that I am in town. Yeah, I am. Okay, cool. I'm like, I don't want to create no rip clip or anything. I want to be in town where I know I have no risk of dying.
Yeah. Okay, here's my dilemma right now. I'm thinking I want to go Trickster still. What day is it right now of the week? Wednesday? I can make a character that's a lot stronger than that character. Or like, yeah, I can make a character that's stronger than that character, but it's just a lot of gameplay. Probably take me about like 45 hours. And then I don't know if I want to go again on Trickster if Ben's gonna go on Trickster right now. But we don't really know about Maven yet. All class reroll is easier in a sense, but...
Okay, let's actually look at the rip clip. Huh? This is my first time having this open. Oh, you know what it is?
Oh!
Oh, shit! What the flip was that?
Here. Oh!
Well, he definitely meant to obliterate you, that's for sure. What the actual...
Here. Oh!
Oh, he definitely meant to freaking obliterate you, my guy. You don't leave that. I'm sorry to tell you this. Sorry to break out bad news, but you don't leave that. So we're level 62. We're 7 levels above. We should be able to do this. In theory, of course. Always in theory. Same type of stuff that killed Ben. Yup. All those overlapping projectiles. Though Ben's death was like... In my head, I'm like, how do you even react to that shit, you know? Like, all he did to die was just not run directly straight, like just a tiny curve. That was all it took, and he's dead. I'm like, that is so rough. Am I the only one that doesn't like having to farm lab? But I guess I have to. If I want to have like someone stone golem or safeguarding. Oh, so I actually... Thank you very much. The door is actually here. Someone had enough of shit.
The
Yeah, like Sirius just say, you know what? Now that I say obliterate, I actually mean it. We need to do it. We need them to put some respect on my name right now.
Show me your resolve.
Let's try to kill the lieutenants.
You were born for this. Only one of your lessons was complete.
Yeah. I'd have liked to delay it a bit more to kill the other guy, but I'm like, meh. Wait a second. Why on earth are you down? Yeah, I'm getting 106 from my vitality. You know the... Ow. You know the danger of traps in lab right now? It's that they actually... Traps get the modifiers on like... for the areas. So in this case, all these physical damage traps are also gaining like increased monster damage, which is why they hurt as much as they do, and why they are why I take it as slow as I do, because like I'm not about to just die in lab, you know, or die trying to get a lab stone. Just get the fuck away from me, okay?
When I'm ready, and not before.
Oh, we're already regenerating 300 life per second. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Tell me this is where I'm actually supposed to be going, please. The less time I spend in labs, the happier I am. But I doubt that is going to be the case. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like here. We're gonna be able to go slightly up, and then yep, kind of just recognize the layout. Yep. All right. Serious. Let's get serious. Pun intended. I assume. Serious wasn't playing. He was not playing. Like, let's not get smacked in the head, okay? Can't afford to get smacked on the head right now. That's exactly why Ben took 30 minutes for that. He played it so safe. How do you even avoid that attack? You just stay very far away? Is that it?
When one defiles the effigy, one defiles the emperor.
Like, do you just stay screens away?
Receive your sentence. By the goddess, what ambition! An empire must be built to weather any storm.
Tell me I actually disabled those two. Yeah, I did. I think this is the only one I made it through. Okay, cool. Is Ben going again, by the way? Or is he done for the gauntlet? Because, I mean, if I was Ben, I'd be done. I'd be done AF. Like... Nah, because he farmed so much. So much. And then everything just gone like, yeah, I'm done. GG. See you next time. I think Tai Killer died and just opened, was it WoW? I think it was WoW, right? They are, bruh. They're going again. You know, kudos to them. Could never be me. And that's okay. It's not for everybody, I guess. I'm just like it, and I'm thinking if I die right now, I don't know if I want to go again, you know. I probably will though. Like I have Lily Rod for a reason. Like I'd go again as a guardian just so I would have the Sentinel of Radiance and I would clear much faster and yada yada. I just realized I'm at 1425 shield with this. Why couldn't it be Fizz taken as extra elemental? That would be nice. But no, has to be chaos. Like, bruh. Okay, so you're gonna be here, eh? Mm-hmm. Bruh. Okay.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep those promises.
But yeah,
You must navigate your empire through troubled waters.
no. Okay, we can't stay there. Traps are very much active.
Violence is delicate.
No!
When I'm ready and not before.
Oh. Oh, Izaru, you don't play nice.
Die for the empire.
Too much clutter.
I'm actually gonna just stuff everything in my in a tab, and I'm gonna sell it. Because I need alteration orbs at this point. Of the same color. So let's find the red gem. We use Holy Flame Totem. No! We were this close. It just picked the wrong stone golem. No, it's whatever, man. I'm sad. I'm sad. Oh, holy shit. Okay. We now have even more PDR coming from our golem. Our regen is up to 400. Life is good.
Too much clutter.
Ah, why Stone Golem of Hordes? Why? Of all the things, why? Nah. Nah. This is a lot of armor. Increase armor on. Maybe if I ever choose to craft this guy. You don't have life though. That's a problem. But you have decent armor. Odds I'll get something better from. Yeah, you're nothing compared to this guy. You do have res, you don't have life though, so you're not the worst base out there either. So do I want to keep it? Because realistically, the only thing stopping me from using this as a base is the sockets. I can fix the sockets, but like I'd have to put life on this and then give it res, and that is not happening. I don't think. It's the only thing. What up, Caesar Lee? Or Caesar's Lee? What up? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. We are currently in Act 8. We just finished our second ascendancy, making us even stronger. I'm just gonna sell it. Making us even stronger, and we decided to sell a bunch of gear from the lab itself to get some alterations going. We also need to farm lab for someone's stone golem of safeguarding. So what we're going to do now is we're going to buy someone's stone golem gem. I think from Act 4 actually, just so it has some levels to it. And then we're just going to roll with that. Hopefully we get someone's stone golem before too long.
May fear guide you.
Someone's stone golem.
See ya.
We should in theory be able to just zip through Act 1 labyrinth in theory.
Justice will prevail.
Yeah, so we're making good progress with this going. I think we probably try to finish Act, bruh. Game was so decent. Finally it's caught up. I'm not particularly worried about anything this has to throw at me. Again with a desync.
The weary traveler draws close to the end of the path. The Emperor beckons, and the world.
Another thing I should also keep an eye out for is, I mean, I'm not gonna get SRS of, you know, enormity, but if I can, that'd be amazing. The reason I'm not gonna get it is simply
Strike with fidelity. You were born for this. Loyalty is a fire that spreads quickly if the forest is dry.
so the reason I wouldn't get the other two is because they aren't red gems. So the only thing I can really get is someone's stone golem of, you know, safeguarding. Wouldn't it be nice if GGG made a trans gem for decoy totem, like decoy totem of the flamewood or something, and just either incorporate flamewood totem into that form of decoy totem, or make it so that that one has a stupid amount of health to where flamewood can then support it and be very efficient. That would be nice. Shrows, what up? Welcome, welcome. How are you enjoying the new wand?
Without hesitation. To entertain doubts that slumber shall never be awoken.
Oh my lord. I just realized why my room is so freaking hot.
Rise to the occasion. You were born for this. Pity the Emperor who sits alone.
Give me a second.
On his throne.
I'm back. No. Okay. Where was it? I think the layout, if I remember correctly, had me going in this general direction. I think actually through there, but I'll just go up just in case. Nah. Okay. So I was right the first time. I'll go through here though. Where is it taking me? No, no, no. You are good. Oh. Whew. What happened? Well, I was zooming through the labyrinth until I realized that my ping was up to like 6K, and at that point I don't know what's going on in the end game. So I just have to log out, and before, you know, my character is getting slapped with, you know, traps or something. Could be anything going on when you're at 6K ping. You don't know where you are. What is going on? Stream isn't lagging, right? Failed to connect to instance. What on earth is going on? Oh, finally. It's annoying that I kind of have to do this again, but like, it is what it is. If it's a good layout, I might also just push for SRS of enormity, to be honest. Because with SRS of enormity, what do you call it? It's the only T gem for SRS, so is there like certain points in a map that are more likely to get desynced? Because I desynced in that exact same spot twice.
The weary traveler draws close.
Like, and I was getting close towards the end, so like that's kind of annoying that I just wasted a run. But like, it's better than wasting my entire hardcore run, you know.
Don't give up yet. You are inexhaustible. Loyalty is a fire that spreads quickly if the forest is dry.
I'm very decent right now. Notice how I'm spawning it behind me. This is where my character actually is, not here. Now, the clients or the server, I think, has caught up. I don't know. Where were we going? I think it was like here. I can't move. Did they change the layout of the lab? Like this isn't the layout I just finished. Maybe it is actually. No, this is definitely not the same layout. This is definitely not the same layout. But to be fair, I don't know how, I don't remember how far I went into the lab. Or maybe I'm just thinking of the level 55 lab and not this one.
Such resilience. Pity the Emperor who sits alone on his throne.
Yeah, I came here, didn't I? No, this is a different layout. Okay, this is actually a different layout. You know what? I think it's just a case of non-Uber lab is not like the same layout all through the day. It's a different layout. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Not there. Not here, clearly. Aspirants? Nope. The other one then. Bruh.
An aspirant can afford to be.
Please give me what I'm looking for.
The Empire awaits you with open jaws.
Please give me what I'm looking for. Anyways, Strauss, what up? How you doing?
Finish this. Your destination is more dangerous than the journey, Ascendant.
Meh. God damn it, man. What does multi-strike of this unit do? Every 5th attack fires 5 additional projectiles. Every 5th attack projectiles deal more damage with hits and ailments. Less damage with hits and ailments. Why is this a good build? Like, it'd be a good attack, I guess. When it's every 5th that does more damage. I mean, it's 800% more damage, so split that across 5 attacks. That gives you, what, 150% more per attack? Is that how it works? Not quite. That has to be 750, but like, somewhere around there, 150% more damage is what it averages out to be. So we didn't get Summon Stone Golem. So of course we have no choice but to go again. If we do like 2 lab runs, 2 more lab runs, and we don't get it, I want to say we just ignore it and go for Carrion Golem, but I don't know. I genuinely do not know. It's also not going to be the same layout every single time, so it kind of makes running it a bit more annoying. Like this first one I think is the same. My guy, can you move? I guess no dashes for me. It keeps desyncing.
The weary traveler.
Like, can you not?
Beckons to the end and the world attends. Claw your way to the top.
Izaro, leave me alone. Thank you.
Loyalty is a fire that spreads quickly if the forest is dry.
I'll go left because I think left is just the right answer in this. Let's just... Bruh. Not like I'm using the treasure keys for much. Is there any way to get an extra use of the fountain in like this base lab? Like an extra objective I could do? I got very spooked by that desync. I'm like, I don't want to die to a trap. Traps will absolutely still kill me, even though this is the level 33 zone. On what level did I do the first lab? It was before Dominus, and Dominus is area, this is area level 33, so I was like 37, 38. So my goal for the lab was to do it before Dominus. I wanted my golem before Dominus.
You are condemned. Such resilience. Pity the Emperor who sits alone on his throne.
I typically just try my best to get 5 levels on the zone up until like the later acts. Later acts, you can, you know, go for more, you can go for less, depending on you. For earlier acts, I would say it feels mandatory, but it makes life very comfortable because early on, a large chunk of your survivability is coming from your levels. What points of like health do you have? You know, where can you get like res on your tree, stuff like that. Whereas in the later half, you know, you have gear that actually has affixes and whatnot. You have some res coming from your gear. You're more gear dependent at that point, so you're less dependent on your tree is obviously still important. Don't get me wrong, but you're slightly less reliant on that. You have more sources of power coming from elsewhere than, you know, you did in the first half. So levels are your biggest safety net, and I would personally still recommend doing Izara before you do Dominus, because that Dominus fight, if you do not have the DPS, is, I think it's a fight that can be very scary with all the lightning damage coupled with the lightning pen coming from the first 5 acts. It's rough. And as Elementalist, I was getting this one, so it just meant that I wouldn't have to worry too much about Izara and his people, because, well, I have elemental damage shield, a big shield. My shield back then was like 950, so that you can imagine how insane that was to have at Act 3 in a gauntlet where there's LE 10. But yeah, I think for most ascendancies, I would recommend around the same time, including Guardian. I wouldn't do Dominus before I'm getting Guardian, Sentinel, Radiance.
An emperor must keep the empire awaits you with open jaws. Violence is delicate. You are free.
AG of Smiting, Ice Crash, Dominating Blow of Inspiring. I have no reason to get any of these, so we go again, I guess. Please don't make me go again. Please. Does this slab even have the option of getting the guaranteed other choice for a specific gem? Like, can I guarantee not guarantee, but can I guarantee change it to Summon Stone Golem or something? It's kind of my question. Because to my understanding, you should be able to in any of the labs, bruh. Look at the fire trail of when I use Flame Dash, but somehow game is like, you know, you're all the way back there. Pull me back, of course. Be careful of using Shield Dash in like areas where, and I don't know if this is just me specific. Do you guys get as much desync as I do when I'm using shield charge? Because like it feels like at least once every second is like it happens.
Nobility is a lie. You are inexhaustible. Loyalty is a fire that spreads quickly if the forest is dry.
Like if I shield charge here, shield charge here, shield charge through some enemies, shield charge some more, it will pull me back before I know it. Like it'll probably pull me back soon. It's gonna pull me back. Yeah, it's gonna pull me back. There. Ooh, a Quicksilver. Gonna pull me back. So like, am I the only one that this happens to so often, or is this like a common thing? Because I like to believe it's a common thing. It just is what it is. But it's also entirely possible that it's like caused by my connection or something else. I don't know.
Forget your freedom. You are inexhaustible.
On the bright side, he wasn't stuck in animation.
Pity the Emperor who sits alone on his throne.
You have that one, right? Yeah. Yep. Meh. I don't think I should be interested in any base from this area level. Okay, I'm still kind of synced, but wrong one. I'm not synced. Now I am.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor. Our throne is the most devious trap of them all. Death and loyalty. I die for the Empire.
Same color, please be stone golem. I don't want anime Guardian of Smiting. You can stop recommending this, please. Give me stone golem. Jeez. We go again. In reality, I should probably just do piety and whatnot. That is probably what I should do.
Ascend with precision.
Oh, jeez. If I don't get it this time, I feel like I just proceed to with the campaign because it's not even that deep.
Rise to the occasion. By the goddess, what ambition! Loyalty is a fire that spreads quickly if the forest is dry.
I'm Yeah. No, I'm not doing this. On the bright side, I've seen this layout ish. Did you all see that delayed damage? I was long past the trap when he finally registered that I was passing the trap. Yeah, we're safe.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. Some things that entertain doubt should never be awoken. No two battles are alike. Such resilience. Pity the emperor who sits alone on his throne.
Yeah. It's the emperor who doesn't get summon stone golem, please. Please. Give me my T-Jam. I need it. And I need it now. Bruh. Is this the right one? Of course not. And we'll just go, which I'm going to lean slightly to the left because like every single time I've checked here, it was on the left side. The one freaking time I go to the left, it's on the right. Bruh. Like, bruh. Really? No. Bruh. Can you genuinely just give... Yeah, thank you.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep empire awaits you with open jaws. Receive your sentence. Delight in your gilded dungeon, Ascendant.
Not bad currency. Here we go again. Do I just go ahead? I don't have a blue socket that can fit my Carrion Golem. Actually, I do. I just get rid of Tempest Shield. I'm not using Tempest Shield right now. I really don't wanna. I really wanted to get Stone Golem or Safeguarding just to concrete, just to, you know, make it so I am that much more tanky. But it does not want to be my day. It really doesn't. We haven't even gotten the altar option that makes it so it chooses a different transfigured gem. Because if we had gotten that at least once, we might have gotten it because, but it's not a guarantee because the Summon Stone Golem has 2 different T gems. So it could go into of Hordes or of Safeguarding, and I want of Safeguarding. I guess it's not meant to be. More DPS it is. I really want that Safeguarding. Is there any boss it's going to help me against? Who does melee attacks? Who's a melee boss? Solaris, I don't think her more dangerous attacks aren't melee attacks. And neither is Lunaris, which is the final boss of Act 8. Act 9, I don't think I have to worry too much about auto attacks unless it's like Maligaro. You know, Maligaro has that. Itava, I think, has like a few attacks that could have the melee tag potentially. Dodri does not have would not have any melee attacks. So the list of options where the golem would be useful in terms of bosses kind of limited. However, against mobs, there's way too many situations where it would just be generally good. But hey, they want me to have more DPS, I'll take more DPS. Maybe I'll try for the golem again eventually. Either way, I already have the ascendancy done, so I have the effect. So this guy is going to be giving us some flat physical damage. Not too much yet, but when he levels up, he's going to be giving a good amount. Why did I buy him from... That was dumb of me, actually. Why did I buy him from Lily Roth when I could have just gone to Act 4 to get him and skip the leveling process? Because right now he's very squishy, and not only that, like he's basically not helping us as much as he could be. Like these are all melee mobs that Safeguarding would help against. Now maybe not all the attacks are considered melee, so even that I guess could be limited, but if you can have damage reduction against a specific kind of attack, why not go for it? You know. But I'll leave it to be a problem for future me. You know, when I'm going for my third ascendancy, that is when I really need it, because third ascendancy means I can't have another golem unless it's going to be Safeguarding, at least offensively. No, not offensively, defensively rather. Offensively, I could still probably get like lightning golem for the flat lightning, and that would still work technically.
I'm ready, but not before.
Did you get resurrected? Pretty sure I dropped this totem ball. It is nowhere to be seen. I don't see myself doing anything about what do you call it? Anything about this until I go to the next. I actually don't see myself doing anything about it, period. Y'all are being problematic, so I'm just going to leave. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually buy the gem from Act 4 vendor. The Carrion Golem gem and just use that instead. Yeah, level 10 versus level 3. This one is giving us 14 to 22 physical, which is then being buffed multiple times with all the buff effects we have. So we'll probably keep both of these in here. Tell you, dump you, and then back to Act 8 for Piety? Not Piety, Doidre. Very suspicious. I just need to make sure I'm not around any hasted or slow. Oh, fuck me. She does damage. Yeah, I suspected. All right. What could I have done differently here? She doesn't let you move and she shotguns. That's the main problem. And of course, all these things are up in. For what I assume is physical damage. I could be wrong on the damage type, but I assume it's physical damage. But because of the Fizzer's extra chaos, we just ate shit for it. This would have helped, but wouldn't do anything insane. I think here what we needed was just DPS, really. Like above all, we just needed DPS. Oh well. It is what it is. So now the question, do we go again? Or do we go play softcore? How many days do we have left of the Gauntlet? Ends in 3 days. You know, I thought it would actually last longer. I'll be honest. 3 days is what? Today is Tuesday? No, today is Wednesday rather. So it ends Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If I go with my Templar and I get Guardian, you know, that's chill and all. Can you imagine if that happened after I got my Golem of Safeguarding? That'd have been so annoying. What do I want to do? A part of me wants to try to just minion life scaling Templar and going with that. Like, a big part of me wants to try that. Because in theory, once you have your... But I guess let's see something first. Let's check out what the base lives of... I actually do want to try my new build in softcore, I'll be honest. But since this is ending in like 3 days, this build is not going to go into anywhere. We can always just do it after, right? But we are in October also, and October is the month where D4 expansion comes, and that is something we have to play. So what I want to see is, what is the difference between SRS? What does SRS's base life now look like? Because this is big. And then summon Raging Spirits. Of enormity. SRS's base life is 3.9k, almost 4k at level 20, okay? Versus enormity, still the same thing, but it ends up being a shit ton more life. Actually, no. Looking at this, aside the more life that comes on the gem, which obviously scales the levels, there isn't much of a difference. Now, of course, the more life is actually very impactful, don't get me wrong. Because with 92% more life and then having minion life giving you 40-something% more life on top of that, you know, you will have a whole lot of life. But you can, it also means you can just go popcorn SRS with regular SRS. That is something you can do. Oh, by the way, with this POB, you ignore the full DPS. The full DPS is nothing but bait. What you actually care about is average damage. And the reason the full DPS is bait is it's actually not bait for the summon stone golem, but for the specters it is. And the reason this is it isn't taking into account the time between their deaths. It's taking it as a regular specter, whereas it's taking the stone golem as explode. It's taking like, okay, it has a 4-second respawn time, yada yada. So in reality, the difference is not this much. It's like I said, this is 3.3 and this is 1.9. So 1.4ish mil damage difference. What if I just went dark marionettes and I just really stuttered these explosions and I really relied on ignites? That'd be awkward. And the reason that would be awkward is because I would then have like one minion die every like, it's 4 seconds, so they would have to be spaced out a second apart so that the first is exploding by the time the first one is coming back. So it's a second, which means at the rate they are currently losing life, which is 59k. Is this the right thing? Something's not right. Something is not right there. $59k for the race Spectre degen, but it has 358. Something is missing. The config is there. What on earth did I do? I feel like I did something I probably shouldn't have. Oh, that's why it's burning ground. I think. No, that's not why. It still doesn't show the proper degen. It's not minus 59. I had it up to like minus... I had it up to where it would take less than 3 seconds to pop. But there's something. I don't know what, but there is something. So let me look at the degen, I guess. This is the total degen. And this is the net life recovery. Why on earth is your res 89? That's why. What is increasing your max res, my G? I don't have +8 max res. I do not have elemental army. Why did I pick max res here? This must have been a miss. Oh, that explains it. I chose, I was supposed to choose res. Minion res. Minions have this all early res. That's what happened. That's what happened. So yeah, so with that settled, yeah. So it's like 109k, and this is all from Purity of Fire, correct? Yeah, Purity of Fire. Okay. So 109k, and then this is 374. So basically 110, 220, 330, like 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds, one pops. Then when that one pops, the current idea is they're going to reach, the others are going to recover 8% of their life. Now, if it's going to take 3 point something seconds, let's just see. 109, 311 divided by 374, 741. 29% of their life per second. So for them to always be popping, or for them to last the entire, so they're losing 29% of their life per second. If they can regen, how much of their life would they need to regen to keep them alive for an extra, I guess, 1 second? 29% of their life. So right now it's currently 8. I can get it up to 13, but I feel like 13 is overkill. Because at 13%, the first one dies, then it regens 13 seconds for the others, then the next one will die in less than half a second. Then that one gives the others 13 again in less than half a second. So let's just say approximately half a second, which it isn't, but let's just say. That means it's 2 per second from the first one exploding. And that means for the 4 seconds to elapse, we need 8 minions, which is kind of perfect for... That is kind of perfect for having 9 minions, including your golems, right? The mechanics on this one are so specific. Okay. So with 8% of their life every second, or every time one dies, that doesn't give them much leeway when they're losing 29% per second. It gives them like less than a third of a second, which is way too little. So I think 13% really is the sweet spot. So we just give it this one as well. With this one given, now it's 13%. So when one dies, they gain 13% of their life. And then 13%, this translates to once 2 die, it's 26. So that's 3%, slightly less than like 1 second. This continues, and that's why we have 9. By the time the first one spawns, the last one should be popping. And then that one, you see, now this is the problem in this playstyle. This is the next problem. When if we're going to be exploding like that, then when the first one respawns, there are none alive, which means we have to wait the full 3 seconds for that first one to then explode again. Whereas if we stutter them a bit more, like to where by the time the first one is spawning, the last 2 maybe are still alive, then we could have a situation where the 8th one is popping by the time the first one is alive, the 9th one pops, and then the first one now has like 2 seconds left or 1 second left. So I think at the end of the day, we need more life from deaths. We need at least 1 more. Worst case scenario, we need that too. Because if we can get 8% more, then the 13% goes up to 21%. So you'd be gaining almost a second of burn time before the next one pops. Then almost a second, and then the next one pops, and then almost a second, and then the next one, and then it keeps going like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to farm up for this POB pretty much. I mean, so far the POB is not done. We still have everything's going to be rare. I think. I don't think I'm going to use too many uniques. This is like the only unique I plan to use. Nettles is a no-brainer because I'm using 2 skill gems. If I was just using the one, i.e. Raise Spectre, there isn't any easy way to do Raise Spectre. Like the more I think about it, the less I'm just like, there's no easy way to do it. I wish we could increase the burn on Infernal Legion, but we can't. We cannot. But to be fair, we're trying to find that balance, right? Does Infernal Legion stack? The minions from supported skills deal this fire damage per second to nearby enemies. Does that stack? Also, yeah, the enemies are burning and they're ignited. So I want to see if this would also change like any of the support gems that are being used. I assume no, because you know Immolate is not ideal. And honestly, I think I'm also going to remove Hypothermia. I would like to be able to run Hypothermia, ideally, but the reason I can't run it is I'm going to drop Skitterbots and Bone Chill. That's the problem. Because one thing I just remembered about this build, when I the last moment I remember when I was making this build, when I made this AG, is this is exactly how the last AG died, and I would rather not do that. So I'd rather just not have an AG, or even if I do have an AG. Maybe if, you know what I can do? I could replace AG here with some other minion. Let's say Stone Golem or Chaos Golem, right? And then my job would be to reduce his degen to the point where he wouldn't explode. Let me just try something. Summon Stone Golem. No, let me see this guy. His degen is 116k per second. So he's gonna die very quick with Guardian's Blessing. Now we can use a lower level Guardian's Blessing, you know, something that would give us less degen. We would have less aura effect as a result, but we can manage this a bit more. And then we obviously do Meat Shield instead. Also reduce the damage of the degen. This gets us to 38k a second versus 124k. So this should take us 124k 927 divided by 38. 360. 3.2 seconds for you to die. I honestly think that is still a bit faster than the Infernal Legion people. Like these guys. I think it's still slightly faster. I would need to still reduce it even more. The way I can think of to do that is to give my minions PDR. So with the medium cluster, instead of 35% effects, this needs to be Dread March. By having Dread March, they have PDR to where the degen is now 28k. And then with 28k, um 28, 27, 990, so 828k. It's not gonna last 4.5 seconds. If it's gonna last 4.5 seconds, and every time a minion dies, it regens 13% of its life. So 10% is 12k, 12.6. So 13 is like, let's just say 15k, something like that. It will eventually still die. And this is assuming a minion dies. If 2 minions die every second, then maybe it has the, I want to say, wait a second. Wait. Oh my lord. I just realized I'm grossly miscalculating this. And I think my minions died too quick. I just realized I've been calculating for the entirety of their health, when I should be calculating for half their health. because at 50% they explode, not at 0%. So if it's at 50%, oh my lord, the degen might actually be too tough for them. Because like if we're looking at this 109k versus 374k, 374 divided by 2 is 187. So this guy will flame out in less than 2 seconds. He's gonna die. Literally 1.5 seconds, he's gone. Then the next one is, I mean, the calculations stay the same if I give them like 20 something regen or something like that. So I think what I should do here is I should slow down the burn, which means this guy can actually go. Thank goodness, I needed more points. By removing those 3 points, this gets reduced by, I think this is 20%. Yeah, 20%. So this goes down to 35% increased damage. So then, with 135% increased damage, you know, yeah, degen is down to 97k, same health, which means 90, so this is 194, so slightly under 2 seconds they die. So if we're losing 97k a second, and every time a minion dies, they gain 13% of their life. So that'd be 374k. They gain 37k life. That is a drop in the ocean for staggering them. They would need to gain 97k life for it to be delayed 1 second. But with 9 minions, half a second is fine. So the goal is to get this number slightly higher to where they're gaining about 50k is every time one dies. So maybe 20% of their life instead of 10. Actually, no. 374,284 divided by 0.13. Is it divided? No. Times 0.13 rather. Three 283 times 0.13. Okay, so they are going to be regenerating 48k every single time one dies, which is manageable, because let's say the first one dies while they are all close to popping range. So then the next guy is going to get 48k. All of them are going to get 48k life, and then they have like half a second, I think, where they degen, and then the next one pops, and then the others get half a second, and then pop half a second, right? This would then get you to a situation where at the 8th one, which has obviously been boosted 7-8 times to 4 seconds, then the first one would respawn. With the first one respawning, what happens next? Is that first one, I think, would have time to degen, while the 9th one explodes, and then it gets that's half a second left. So depending on the time between its spawn and the last one dying, we might need to make it so it regens a bit more or a bit less. Odds are we can give it like just one more life from death, and that would do the trick. So if I could just do this and then give it like the medium cluster, and then just give it like one more. So now instead of 13%, we're getting 17%. So then it is 386,638 times 0.17. which is 65k, which is more than half of the degen. So now each one is going to be staggered by more than half a second. Slightly more than half a second. Slightly more. Yeah. If I divide this number by 101, which is the degen, I'm going to get 0.6. So yes, 0.6 of a second is what the stagger is going to be. So if there are 8 of them being staggered by 0.65 seconds, it's going to take 5.2 seconds for them all to explode. But from the 4-second mark, and keep in mind, this is still going to kill them in 2 seconds. Yeah, less than 2 seconds. And from the 4-second mark, the first one is back and has started ticking down. Then number divided by is 8 times 0.65. Why 8? Let's say 9. Yeah, so it takes practically, the last one is going to gain like 5.85 of his health. If I'm doing it, wait, let me actually think about this. If each one is getting 0.65 of their health as regen, or 0.65 of his second rather extra, that's what I was mixing up. It's 0.65 seconds extra of life per one that explodes before. So the last guy is going to gain 5.85 seconds. So no, okay, no, I understand why I use 8 now. It's because the 9th guy is going to have 8, and 8 is 0.2. Okay, cool. So 5.2 seconds of extra time. That is what the last person is going, the last minion is going to have. And by this point, the first one has spawned, and I think half a second goes by, but the first one, the number 6, number 7, and number 8 will explode while number 1 is alive. So when then number 1 pops, and then number 2 pops, and then number 3, so on and so forth. Honestly, I should also do this. I wanted to use increased effects, but I don't think I can. I have to just use raise and pillage. With raise and pillage, I don't have to worry about getting the remaining ignite chance. I just have 100% ignite chance, which is nice. Anyways, I think this might be overkill. Adding more than half a second to each one's life while we have 9, I think is a bad idea. Now, I could also remove this 5% to take this down to 12%. And that is if I think the 13% is slightly too much. So let me just do the math real quick again. 13% would be 13/29. So let me see. $374K. $374,284 times 0.13 is 48,656, and this divided by 97,800 is 0.49 of a second. So this times 8 will give me 3.98 or 4 seconds. So it is still slightly too quick, because on all, I guess not all 9, because this is 8 of them dying. So the time it would take for 8 to die. So the 9th one would then be at a 4.5-ish second mark, give or take. And by that point, the first one has been alive for half a second. And would have degened slightly more than what the health would regen of the one that died. But the problem with this is I would then have a second where I have no DPS, because that first one has to degen. And then of course number 2 would spawn, same thing, number 3, 4, 5, they would respawn and then just go back to die. So I need something between 18 and 13. I don't know how I'm supposed to get this, except I'm supposed to get like 2 life from deaths. To get, 4 would give me 16. That would be an in-between. I think this is close enough, really. Like having about a second. No, it can feel awkward is the thing. I don't want it to feel awkward. I want it to feel as fluid as it can. So now let me think also. With the summon stone golem in mind as well. This guy is losing 24k every second. This is 0.2 or 0.19% or 19% of its life every second, 19.5. If it's losing 19.5% of its life every second, it would take it about 2.5 to almost 3 seconds to die. In those 2.5 to 3 seconds, it would regen 13% of its life multiple times, like every second. So right now it's losing 19% of its life every second, and it's regening like, let's say, 13%. So it would need its degen to be lowered even more for this to be successful. And in that case, I think if I can pick up a minion PDR, I don't know what a shield like this would even look like or how you would craft this. But if I were to do that, and I think this would be able to do what I just said, which is 18,428 times no 18,428 divided by 126,834. You have 14.5 percent of its life every second, which all you have to do at this point is the level Guardian's Blessing a bit more. This is frozen. So now it's down to 17k, which should be more than low enough. .13. My goodness, I had one job to multiply and I divided. Wait, I just realized something. This is every second, right? So it means I can afford to, so long as it's degenning less than 32k every 2 seconds, we are fine. So this is not needed. This is not needed, okay? With that not being needed, we're up to 23k. So we can then allow this to be increased a bit. Where it's 25. Can it be increased all the way? 29. Yeah, this is like where I would keep it to where it's stable. So now it's gaining 32k life every, or it's going to be gaining 32,852 life every second and losing 29k. So it's going to be just staying alive, but the moment external forces hit it, it's like at such an equilibrium that external forces will push it over the edge. So maybe we just want to reduce that a bit, get it to a decent spot. I would honestly like to get more life. Oh wait, I just realized something. This is still giving ES. It should be live at this point. Because the first draft I had of this was not live. It was ES based. So yeah, that's fine. Now it's fine. This is giving so little life every point. It's like 6% life, 9%, and then 16% life for 4 points. That is so bad. That is actually so bad. This last point, I don't really care for it. But yeah, I think if I decide to do this with my summon stone golem, and instead of this summon stone golem, I use an animate guardian here with a meat shield. I think this works. Because the scariest thing for me with the animate guardian, I guess I'll just do this as well. The scariest thing for me with the animate guardian is, well, I think with this kind of build, I don't even need to get, because they're just always popping regardless of what I do, always popping, always resummoning. I think it makes sense to not even go mask with the Stitch Demon and to just let him have ES, because we have a lot of health, we have a lot of ES. But yeah, my biggest worry with him was I didn't want him to have constant degen, because the moment we run into an executioner mob, he's fucked if he has degen. But with this route, I can have him and he would not degen, and at least, and hopefully we kill the executioner in time. Okay, I think this is fine. I think this is a good spot for this POB to where I can actually try it in game. So what I'm going to do, we're going to end the stream here, and I'll be back tomorrow with a, hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to level a new character for this, because this seems to be a very, very, very point intensive character. So what I will do instead, is I'm going to respec my AG character for this, or to be this, because that AG character is level 99. I don't like skipping when it comes to my builds. I really don't like skipping. So I'm thinking of a way to not skip. but it's not going to be easy because I need Forbidden Flesh and Flames. I need cluster jewels of a certain type. I need points, you know. I need so many things to make it work, including like having a Fortress Covenant. To be fair, I can just not use the Fortress Covenant way until I have I guess a certain number of points. I could just, you know, ignore it. And this is a level 897 PoB, not a level 100. In any case, it doesn't matter too much. One other problem this PoB kind of has, to a degree, is a very distinct lack of block, and I don't like that. So I also have to figure that out. But yeah, it doesn't have block. It doesn't have certain mechanics I would like it to have to make it feel more comfy. And without block, T17s or those lightning mobs that we are all aware of at this point, they are going to be a pain in the ass. An absolute pain in the ass. So we'll see. Yeah. Anyways, till then, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. It's unfortunate that we ended up ripping the character. It is what it is. We're gonna move on and just play softcore. I think that is definitely the play. With 2 days left, I don't see myself beating the Gauntlet in that time unless I go off stream and just grind out Templar. Like that's the only way I see that I could do that. It's a shame we don't get the mystery box as well, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. Until then.